Hey everyone, it's week 2. We are going to begin our powerlifting unit. So powerlifting consists of 3 lifts. It consists of the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. So over the next couple days, we're going to focus on a single lift each day. So today we are starting off with the squat. You guys should be semi-familiar with the squat because we've done it body weight exercise. So for the squat, the bench, and the deadlift, obviously you should have a barbell, but I don't expect you to have a barbell at home. I don't even have one. It's actually been a while since I lifted. So you can use anything that's similar to a barbell. You just need a stick of some sort. You can use a broom, all right? So you can use a broom. You can use a shovel, a mop, whatever you have that's probably about 4 feet long, right, and straight. So a stick that you find outside, whatever you have around the house, I'm sure you can find something. So I'm going to use a straight bar and I'm going to demonstrate how to perform a squat. All right. So pay attention to the specific cues. I want you to attempt this at home, again, using whatever you have, focusing on the major aspects of the movement. All right. So generally, the bar will be on a rack ahead of you. Obviously, I don't have a rack. I don't expect you to have one either. So I'm just going to bring it up behind my neck. All right. So when you're doing a squat, you want to make sure that your hands are a comfortable distance apart. Some people like to go out wide. Some people like to be real narrow. It's wherever you feel comfortable. So right in the middle. For the placement on your back, it should not be up on your neck. You don't want any kind of spine contact. So you don't want it to be rubbing on your bone. You want it to be low enough so it's just below shoulder height, above the shoulder blades on your trapezius muscle. Right? So it should be on the meaty part of your back. All right? It should not be on bone because that'll be uncomfortable, especially if you're using an actual barbell. All right? So once you have that all taken care of, next thing we're going to focus on is our foot placement. We want our feet to be at least shoulder width apart. All right? You can go wider. All right? You can go very wide, which is actually called a sumo stance, or you can go shoulder width apart. There's actually a narrow stance as well, but that is not used in powerlifting. All right? So I'm going to stay at a shoulder width stance. When you perform the movement, there are a couple cues that they would give you because remember, this is a sport. You would have referees, you would have officials giving you cues in order to perform the skills, which you should have seen in the previous video. So the first thing that they would tell you is to rack, which we're not going to do because we don't have it racked. They say start, which at that time you can start the movement, and then they will tell you when it's good and then to re-rack. So once they give the command of start, you can start your movement down. You're going to go all the way down until your hips are below the knee joint. So basically you're at 90 degrees. So your legs are at a 90-degree angle to the ground. Right? Once you hit the bottom position, you return back to the top position. Right? Once you are fully extended, you are fully standing up, upright again, they will give you the command of rack. So that's how it would be if you were competing in a powerlifting competition for a squat. I'm going to do a side view so you can get a good look. All right. So again, bar placement is on my trapezius muscle. Feet are still at shoulder width apart. I'm going to push back my hips. That'll put me in a good position. That way when I go down, I'm going down, going down. Notice my knees are not crossing over my toes. I don't want my knees to go past my toes, so I'm going down. Once I hit that bottom position, my hips are beneath my knees, and then I go back to the top. So all the way down, 90 degrees, and then back to the top position. All right? So that's all there is to a squat. Again, things to remember. Feet placement, make sure they're at least shoulder width apart. You can go wider if it feels more comfortable. Hand placement, at least shoulder width apart. You can go as wide as you feel comfortable, as long as your bar will allow. Drop your hips back, and then lower yourself down until your hips are below your knees so that your legs are at 90 degrees, and your knees should never pass your toes. All right, see you next time.